Hey guys, and here we are back for another follow-up video on our gaming computer upgrade, and right now we are going to take a look at the Titan cooler. Now, some of you mentioned on the intro of this series, hey Robert, why didn't you go with the Hyper Evo 212? And honestly, I've got one not here inside my computer for almost 2 years and it's working great, very silent, but one of the reasons is I like to test different things like the Titan, and now I can say my feedback and my opinion about it. And the other one is the price. Now on Amazon, also, as you stated, not all of you, but some of you already stated the price. The price is almost the same. So if you have this price range, I would definitely go with the Hyper Evo 212, which is the best experience that I've had so far, at least on air cooling. On the other hand, on Portugal, I did got this one for almost half the price of the Hyper Evo 212. So that's also a reason to consider, especially if you have a low demanding CPU like I do on this machine, which is an i3, and you will have the chance to see that and hear the noise that the cooler makes. If you have one CPU like that and you want to change the stock cooler and get something more silent at a budget, then the Titan is a great CPU for that. But if you have an i5 or an i7, then totally I would not recommend this CPU cooler. I would recommend totally the Hyper Evo 212, which is a safe purchase once again. But I will cut the chit chat and let's go straight for the video so that you can see my opinion and feedback. And that being said, let's go straight for it and I'll see you in a few seconds. So here we are with the Titan Universal Cooler, and when we open the package we will find a user guide, the EMD platform clip, the thermal paste and a 4-pin to 3-pin cable. And in terms of construction, it looks and feels solid, and it has 3 heat copper pipes with direct contact for a better heat dissipation. Installing it on a Intel motherboard it's quite easy, as the push pins are exactly the same as we find on any stock cooler, and the fan has a 95mm diameter with 4 rubber protections, and the clips to attach the fan to the cooler are, on my opinion, not very friendly, as I did lost some time to be able to retouch it. And just for some reference, this cooler will be used on an i3-4340 on a Asus H81M Plus motherboard, and if you have high profile RAM modules like I do, then you won't be able to put the cooler on the best position. And after some testings, I did conclude that I was not able to push fresh air from the front. Also, it was not the best position on the GPU side, and placing it at the back would prevent the correct airflow on this case. So I did place it against the case panel, and my hopes were that the air cooling from the front 200mm fan plus the CPU fan would be enough to keep this particular CPU cool enough. And at this moment what I can say is that it works fine, and we will see in just a few seconds. Now in terms of temperatures, with the case open I'm getting about 26 degrees Celsius, and with the case closed we are not getting over 31 degrees. And the CPU cooler fan always at 1200 RPM, which honestly it's totally silent. And when pushing the machine on gaming, which is the only purpose of this machine, we are getting the CPU at a maximum of 41 degrees and the fan at the same speed, which is just great. Now, so that you can have a better idea of how silent or noisy the cooler can be, I'll shut up for a few seconds so that you can hear for yourself. So before we move on to the conclusion, my opinion is that if you are looking for a cooler to replace your stock cooler for a lower end CPU like this one, then you will be just fine. But on the other hand, if you have an i5 or an i7 CPU, which will obviously generate more heat and making the fan to run much faster, then this would not be my option at all, and I would suggest the Cooler Master Hyper Evo 212 that I did refer in the first video of this series. So in conclusion guys, things that I did like the most, it is silent and low no operation, and it is extremely easy to install. On the other hand, things that I did like the less, the fan is awkward to attach and extremely noisy when pushed, especially compared to the Hyper Evo 212. And that is it regarding the Titan Universal Cooler review. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.